authority, Yahweh, and I do so Pashem Mashiach Yahushua. Second of all, I'd like to give double honor and glory to the elders who taught us this truth and paved the way for us to come to grow in this truth. I also like to give a strong shalom to the brethren who are diligently in this truth, seeking after righteousness, hate, and flee from the lust and cares of this world. Today I'll be coming back with a quick video on how the Lord would plead. Because the scriptures talk about the Lord taking people to like a place and pleading with him. But like I guess there's some people that have a misconception that the Lord will ask these other nations that like, oh please bring back my Israelites. I don't want to cause any harm. Like, I'm pretty sure some people have that faulty thought in their head. Like the Lord's just some weak man, weak, effeminate man. But real quick, just because I brought that thought up, let me go to the book of book of Exodus 15:3. Let's see if God's effeminate man. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Khan. No man of war is weak and feminine. It's like the Most High is a strong and like mighty Lord. Like, but even those words like don't describe him. Nothing describes him. That's why his name is Yahweh, because he just is. He just exists. But it's like I'm trying to find where I was at. But yeah, I'm tripping. Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse. I'm gonna just get verse 1 and 2. We can read the whole chapter of what's gonna happen in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days, and in those days, it's talking about like after World War III. Well, really, the end of World War III. And in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, and the word like this is old English, but bring again just means to like end. So that when the Lord will end the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, and if you're watching this video, then you probably believe we're Israelites. So, and if we're Israelites, we're obviously in captivity. So this hasn't happened yet. Joel 3:1, it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. Verse 2, I will also gather all the nations and will bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So like, Moshe is gonna bring all the nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which if you read the rest on down, like it's talking about like a war basically, and the Most High is gonna fight for his elect, and like all the nations are gonna go against. I believe it's either this or Ezekiel 38, but obviously you can link them up. But like it's talking about how the other nations are gonna go against Israel, and like also like how they're gonna destroy America. But you can link that up with a lot of places in the scriptures. But it says like I would plead with them there for my people Israel, whom they have scattered among nations and parted my land. I got what I wanted from this part. Now let's go with how the Lord will plead with them. The book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 16. Isaiah 66 and 16. And 15 and 16 actually. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. Now, if you're familiar with this truth, then you know that this is talking about like so-called UFOs, or what we Israelites like to classify them as chariots. Reading on, to render anger and fury, rebukes and flames of fire. So the Most High is going to send Yahushua, obviously, to do his vengeance and come with anger, render his anger and fury, and rebuke the flames of fire. Verse 16. For by fire and by sword, fire just represents like all the burning, like the missiles and the chariot lasers, if they chariots do have lasers or whatever type of heat or fire the chariots would bring out, and by the sword, it's just like all weapons, the chariots that they're using, like basically the fire and the sword, you can really put them together. It's like just talking about like nuclear weapons or like weapons of mass destruction. But reading on. For by fire and by sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, that the slain of the Lord may be many. So like in Joel 3, like the way the Most High is going to plead with those nations is by fire and sword. Like the Most High is just going to have them be killed. Like the Most High is just going to like destroy and brutally F up really almost everybody in the Valley of Joseph just for trying to come up against us. But anyways, this is my quick video on further elaborating what the pleading of Joel 3:1-3:2 is talking about. But anyways, I hope somebody got edified. And if you want more on this doctrine, like I'm just a babe and I'm not that quite learned. So if you want more on this doctrine, I recommend you watch the Brethren from Watchmen, SOT, Sakari, etc. But anyways, I hope somebody got edified. And I pray y'all pray for me as I pray for y'all. And I pray y'all may pray for each other. But I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh and I do so by Shema Mashak Shalom.